this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading called When Will Your Next Relationship Be and What Will It Be Like? So I have a couple of trinkets that you guys can choose from today. It's actually a couple pairs of earrings that I really love from my personal collection. So choose the one that you like the most or the one that you feel drawn to the most. So number one is the Egyptian earring. I actually got these in Egypt. Number two is the floral earring. I've had these for so long, but I can't remember where I got them. And number three, I actually made these myself. This is the pearl earring. So, one thing I do want to say before you guys head over to watch your reading is time readings, when you're asking for a timeline, are not always deterministic. You have free will and the other person involved has free will as well. Also, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a window on when you could possibly meet this person or the circumstances around when you can meet them. And I'm really hoping that you'll be guided to the correct reading so that that will be valid for you. But if for some reason you get this message, it's going to happen within 6 months and then it doesn't happen, remember, this is a general reading and it might not happen for everyone. However, the last couple of pick a card timeline readings I've done, I've gotten really good feedback on them, okay? So this is just for entertainment purposes, it's for fun, and I'm hoping that this will end up being accurate for you, and I really feel like the part of the reading that will be more accurate is what will it be like? So check it out, and if this reading does happen to be accurate for you or it resonates with you, definitely leave comments below. To fast forward to your reading, go to the comments where my lovely subscribers always post the timestamps, and I'll see you soon. So for those of you guys who choose number one, the Egyptian earring, let's go ahead and see when will your next relationship be and what will it be like. So let's pull timeline first. Okay, so we're getting a timeline of 4 or 5 months. We also see this Wands energy, which is talking about something that's going to happen fast. So 4 or 5 months from now is actually pretty soon. Now keep in mind that a timeline is affected by your free will, the other person's free will, the free will of anyone involved, and you also have the control over your life. So this timeline can shift. If you want it to happen sooner or later, then that's something that you have an effect on. And there's a lot of people doing this reading, so this might not be accurate for everyone. However, if this does end up happening in 4 or 5 months, come back, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about it. And I have really intended that these messages will be as accurate as possible for everyone. So 4 or 5 months from now, it's a possibility, and Wands energy is saying like it's gonna happen a lot sooner than you expect. So it's gonna happen soon. You're ready. I just kind of get this message like you're ready. You're ready for a new love. Your heart is open. I don't feel a lot of blockages for you at all. It's like you're ready for this. It's gonna happen within a couple months, quite possibly. So that's exciting. What is this relationship gonna be like? Okay, so we get someone with the Princess of Wands energy. Now this isn't about gender. If you're interested in a male or a female or somebody who is a they, or it doesn't really matter to you, then we're not talking just about female here, but this is someone that does have a very receptive energy. Somebody who is very creative, because we see this quill here is talking about someone who's a writer. This could be, I'm getting a message about either a fire sign or an air sign. I say fire because I do feel a dynamic personality, somebody who's very outgoing. But I also see they're very mentally stimulated. So this is someone that you might have these deep conversations with. They might be more of like a phone call person versus a text person, or if they're texting you, they're sending long messages. They're like one of those people. So they want to talk to you. They want to pick your brain. They want to seduce your mind before they seduce your body. It's like they're very mentally stimulated. And so I see that energy from them. And then we see the creativity. So this could be someone who is a writer, who is a poet, or who really enjoys music or is sharing music to you. Lyrics are very important to them. I also see something about them being a bit of a comedian, so they might want to make you laugh. They like to joke. There's always laughter surrounding this person. That's what the butterflies are symbolizing to me. So this is a very uplifting energy in your life. But with the Princess of Wands energy, it's also a receptive energy. So this isn't somebody who's very dominant, who wants to be totally dominant, like traditional relationship roles might not really apply to this person. They are looking for a partnership. They are looking for something that's stable and that's long term. And I think that they like the energy of being in a relationship. They're at a point in their life where they want something more serious. They want to move in with someone, or they're really thinking about wanting to maybe get married or take the next step, you know? So this is a serious relationship. And I feel like this person does like to stay home a lot. They got that outgoing, funny type of vibe, but they like to entertain in their space. So one of the first times you hang out with them might be them inviting you over, but there's like a bunch of people there. So it's like a get together, or it's like a game night, or it's something like that. They like to entertain in their home. They like to kind of cuddle on the couch and just do all those cutesy romantic things. You might end up moving in with this person pretty fast. They're just gonna want you over all the time. You're gonna be over at their place all the time, that kind of energy. Or it might also be that they have a big family and they have a loving family and you're included in that, and it's like you get to know them and all their friends. So it's like a new group of people that you're going to be connecting with. This could also be a message that this might, for some of you guys, might be someone that is in your group of friends or in your circle, or someone you've already kind of been hanging out with, okay? So I do kind of see that for some people, not for everyone. So sometimes I get the feeling like, okay, this is a new person, you never met them before, but for some of you guys, this feels familiar, like close to home, close to close connections, connected to your group of friends kind of vibe. So let's get some more information. What is this relationship going to be like? Oh my gosh, yeah, it's very serious. We see engagement here. Now, not everyone needs to get married or wants to get married. There's all different types of relationships, okay? This is 2019. Or 2020, or whenever you're listening to this. This is the future. But for those of you guys who are looking for a very committed relationship or a marriage or something like that, this is your person, okay? This is a soulmate connection for sure, for everyone here. Soulmate connection, very committed relationship, but it doesn't feel like it's ball and chain. This person has a lot going on around them. They might be in school, or they might have a job, but they do like to travel and they like to move a lot. So it's not so sporadic, but they do like to upgrade their house or their apartment, or they like to see new places. So there's excitement with this person, but there's also that comfort. If you're like, I just want to connect with someone, and we could just cuddle, and we can just be together, and we can just watch movies, and we can have these nice vacations, and we can get to know each other's families and really be a part of each other's lives. This is your person. So they're interesting because they've got that homebody vibe, but they also sometimes break out of that, and they want to go on adventures, okay? Let's see what else is going on. This person has learned how to conquer their fears. So maybe not perfectly, but I think that they know how to comfort you, and they know how to assure you, and they're going to make you feel very safe. That's something that's great about this person. Abundance also surrounds them. They always have new ideas for how they're gonna bring abundance into their life. They're really climbing the ladder in their career right now. I feel like they have a good foundation around them. Protection, remember we said they'll make you feel very safe. Yeah. Balance. This is a balance. I just feel really positive energy around this relationship. Sometimes I feel that fiery kind of energy, like, oh, you guys will have your ups and downs, but overall it's gonna... No, this is like very balanced relationship. And I think it's because this person's a good communicator. We talked about their connection with words, with communication, with expression, which is one of their gifts, that receptive energy. So, there's good communication here, and they're a good listener too. And so you guys aren't gonna have a lot of problems here. I see it's just so natural to be with this person. And then they're gonna have a big career opportunity. And I think that leads to this engagement or moving in together or this travel opportunity. And also good energy coming in your life as a result of just being in love is gonna boost your vibe too. And there's opportunities coming in your life as well. So yeah, this is something new. This is something beautiful. This is a strong commitment here. The Lovers. So wonderful. This is so exciting. I hope that this resonates with you and gives you hope. There's someone out there for you. Definitely a soulmate connection coming in. And I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out. So I'm just shuffling my cards back in the deck, getting ready for those of you guys who choose number 2. So let's see what's going on here with you and your love life. So number 2, we've got the floral earring. Let's see if we can see it a little bit more close up. It's so cute. I don't know why I never wear these. Okay. So we're getting a timeline for you, and I'm just gonna say my disclaimer again. There's a lot of people here watching this. This timeline might not apply to everyone. I am intending that the timeline that fits the most people possible will come out here in these cards. You have free will, that affects your life. The other person has free will. Only you have the power to determine your life and your life path. These are just possibilities based off the current energy. So let's just pull a rough estimate of a timeline for you of when this relationship is gonna happen. Okay, so we're seeing 5 to 10 months, okay? So what I can definitely say is within a year, you will definitely be able to connect with someone. Maybe not everyone. For most of you guys here, this relationship is gonna happen within a year. For some people, as soon as 5 months, okay? I feel like that's just a few people here though. Most of you guys, there's a strong energy around 10 months from when you received this reading, okay? So let's go ahead and see what this relationship will be like. Okay, so we're getting the Queen of Pentacles here. So this is not about gender, you know, if you're interested in a male or you're interested in a female, or you don't really care, you're interested in a they or whatever, this doesn't necessarily mean this is their gender. Okay, this is just an energy here. Okay, so this personality type is someone that's really enchanting. They might have dark hair, not everyone, but they might have dark hair. Okay, this person's really kind. They're very calm. They're also very attractive. Okay, so this isn't the person that's like egotistical and like walks into a room with this boisterous energy, life of the party kind of person. This is like the person who's kind of not necessarily off in the corner wallflower, but just kind of chilling over by the snacks and like at the party, and you strike up a great conversation with them, and you notice them. You notice them instantly because they're very attractive. Okay, so they're They're very good looking, this person. You notice them because they're attractive, but you also like that they don't flaunt it. So they don't need to like be super in your face, outgoing. They're also not totally shy. They're a little bit reserved. They're just calm. They're just chill. You know what I mean? So that's very attractive because this person doesn't have anything to prove to anyone. There's that calm confidence that comes with it. Okay, this person isn't afraid of hard work. So they're a hard worker. We see these pentacles. They've got a good financial situation. They're a hard worker. And they like to achieve their goals. So this could be someone that's in school, or someone that has multiple degrees, or someone that's just like finished college or has that job, or, you know, they know what they want and they're getting it with their life and with their career. And it's very important to them that they progress through. Career, finances, status are important to them, but I wouldn't necessarily call them materialistic. They just want to have stability. They want to take care of themselves. They want to be able to take care of their partner, and that's important for them. They love family. This person loves their family, loves being around a lot of people. I think that's why I got an image of this person at a party or at a get together, because they like to attend things like that. They love entertaining, okay? They love food. So this person might love to cook, or they might like to go out to restaurants all the time, or they just like to get a group of people around the table and talk. So that's their ideal hangout, is just like getting everyone together and like cooking for them or serving some type of food, or like they love that. They love everyone around the table. This is someone who loves the arts. So they might be part of like promoting artists or musicians or performances. They could be in the entertainment industry, or as like a hobby, they might like to go visit art museums, or they might be involved in that. They know how to bring people together. At the same time, they also like nature. They might have some type of special place they always like to go out in nature. That might be one of the places they take you on the first date. It's like some secret place or some off the beaten path kind of hangout spot or hike or walk, or like a corner of a park that no one knows about, or like they like that kind of stuff. This person has a lot of security in their life. They want to share their good fortune with others. And they're very interesting. This is someone who they might have some like quirky like things that they're into. You guys might actually have in common. So yeah, they like social connections. They like going to parties, but they're not the kind of person that's like gotta be life of the party, super egotistical. They're just chill. They're very attractive, like I mentioned. So what is this gonna be like? So we see no deception here. Maybe that's important to you. Maybe you've been cheated on or backstabbed. I think a lot of us have been through stuff like that. And you're just like, is this person for real? And I feel like this message is yes. Okay, this is a soul connection for some of you guys. This is a twin flame. And we see no deception here. So that means there's honesty and there's trust in this relationship. Remember we talked about their calmness and their kindness. This person does not like drama, and they don't like chaos, and they're pretty in touch with their emotions. So they're not going to deceive you, and you're going to feel very cared for in this relationship. They're an attentive partner, okay? So we see an equal exchange here. And then we see free yourself reversed. I think that means that you find your freedom in this relationship. Maybe some of you guys who are watching this are like single, and maybe part of that is because you're just like, I don't want to be tied down, I haven't found the right person, or like I always feel like whoever I date gets really clingy, or maybe there's some of that, and like this is a perfect person for you because this person doesn't need a relationship to be completed. This person isn't like a serial dater or a very codependent person. It's like they want to be with you because you are you. Like they're the kind of person that might not have had a relationship for a while because they're just like, I'm doing my thing, I'm happy, and they find you and you're like the cherry on top to their already amazing life, and that's kind of what they end up being for you too. So this person doesn't complete you, you don't complete them, but you complement each other, and I think that's what's so cool about this relationship. And then we see that this person might take a little while to tell you that they love you. I think they're not a sweet talker, and they don't throw around words like that carelessly. And you know what? Maybe I've been in relationships before where we told each other we loved each other like the first week, and that was great. I've been in relationships where it took a long time to say it. And so everyone has their different style, but I think when you guys finally say that you love each other, it's going to be very special with this person, because they might never have told someone that, or never like really felt like that. So it's like there's this energy of like, this is the first time with this person, or this is like the first real big love, or like it's a first for both of you guys in some way in this relationship. This is also feeling respected by this person. And then we also see you're not going to have to be the one who's going to make the effort. Maybe that's happened in the past and you feel like I'm always the one making the effort, or your ex didn't make the effort or something. This person's going to make the effort. I just keep feeling partnership, equal exchange. So this relationship honestly sounds really chill. It's super fun and it's exciting. So come back to this reading if you end up meeting this person. I'd love the confirmation. And I'm hoping that this lifted your spirits and helps you realize that you're never alone. The universe always sends someone, and you're not too far away from connecting with this amazing person. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out. Okay, for those of you guys who choose number 3, the pearl earring. I love this earring, you guys. I made this myself. I'm really proud of it. It's obviously a set. There's another one. But yes, awesome. Should we have rainbow harmony jewelry? We'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a timeline for you. Just gonna say my disclaimer again. I always do this every time I pull a timeline, no matter if it's a personal reading or it's on my site. So if you heard this spiel before, fast forward a couple seconds. But remember, with timelines, they're not deterministic. Your free will has to do with this timeline, and the free will of the other person involved has to do with this timeline as well. Only you have the ability to affect your life. So if you want a different timeline, or you want to make something else happen, like the choices that you make affect your life. This is just a timeline based off the current energy right now. I'm setting the intention that it will hopefully be as accurate as possible for you. There's also a lot of people watching this video, so there might be some people here that this timeline doesn't work with or doesn't resonate with, okay? So I'm asking for a timeline that will apply to as many people as possible who are watching this, on when you could possibly meet this person or connect with this person or enter into a relationship with them. So let's get you a timeline. Okay, hang on. Okay, so I see for a lot of you guys, okay, this is the message I'm getting. There might be someone you're talking to right now who it might take a little while for you to actually connect with this person. And I see something like 7 or 8 months from now that goes down. In the meantime, there's another person that comes along. And that relationship is kind of a fling, and it just kind of burns out within a couple months, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. For a lot of you guys, this timeline is mainly just 7 to 8 months. There is a message for some of you, there's another person coming in. So there's like 2 people I'm seeing here, okay? One of them is the one you're gonna end up with. The other one is someone you just need to figure things out with. So this could be an ex, or this could just be a fling. This could be someone that takes you on a couple dates and like, it's like, whatever. You could meet the person that you're gonna end up with first, or after, or in the middle of it. So just keep in mind, there could be a couple people on this path, and really trust your heart. Remember, you don't have to settle for less. If you feel doubt or worry if this person I'm supposed to be with, just ride it out, trust your heart. But if you keep getting those signs, I don't think so, I'm not attracted, I don't feel it, then walk away, or just friend zone it, because you deserve to be with someone that you feel absolutely wild about. Sometimes those feelings can take a little while to grow, or Rome wasn't built in a day, but after a couple dates, you should know, like, in your heart, if you're feeling it for someone. Shouldn't have to force it. Sometimes we do that because we're lonely, or because we just like want to give someone a chance because we can tell they really like us, or they're like kind of cute or something, or we're bored. But you know, trust your heart. There's someone big coming in. There might be a distraction or another person, or this might be saying you need to like let someone go first. But that's just a message that's coming. Overall, I see a timeline of potentially 7 months, 8 months, okay? So let's go ahead and see what this relationship is gonna be like, okay? So we have a very complex personality. This person has a couple different sides. Maybe this person's a Gemini. Who knows? I kind of see there's a part of them that's overall very confident. This person could be a fire sign, or at least have a fire ascending or a fire moon. They are very, very confident. Okay, this is the outgoing person. This is the life of the party person. This is someone that could be a little bit older than you potentially. They have a lot going for them. This is King of Wands. If you've heard love messages from me before talking about the King of Wands, the interesting thing about this person is that you might assume that they're hooking up with a lot of people, or that they are already taken, or that they're out of your league, or that something like that. You just might get the impression that it's too good to be true with this person, or they're just a player. Like sometimes the King of Wands comes across like that because they're usually very attractive, and they can be very smooth, and they can be sweet talkers. And sometimes people like that can be like F-boys, or can be kind of deceitful, or cheaters. But this person isn't like that. They're naturally just very confident and very charming, and everyone likes them. And so they've got a lot of people they're giving attention to. All right, but truthfully, deep down, this person is very loyal. Okay, they're very committed. All right, so they might be kind of flirty, but they're very committed, and they're very loyal, and they like tradition, and they're looking for a relationship, even though they might just seem like, oh, I just want to have fun or whatever. They're looking for a relationship. This feels like a Sagittarius kind of energy. Adventurer, traveler, spontaneous, always got new opportunities coming in, impressing their bosses and moving up the ladder at work kind of thing. And then we see Prince of Pentacles too. Nature person. They're a huge nature person. They want to be out in nature. They want to explore. They might have some type of nature hobby like trail running or surfing or rock climbing or something like that. Or they might really love animals, you know. They might have a lot of animals, or like have one pet that's like their world. They've always got opportunities coming in. They're good with money. So this is a great person. This is a great person, and it's kind of like your dream person, to be honest. So this is the person that you can't fall asleep because you're thinking about them. This is like the butterflies, weak in the knees. You're gonna have like, your body's gonna have a physical reaction to this person when you meet them. That's how you'll know. Like your heart will stop. Have you ever heard about that? People are like, my heart stopped, I got weak in the knees, and my stomach, like they're butterflies. Like it's feelings you've literally never felt before. Maybe you felt the butterflies before, okay, the butterflies, but it's hardcore. And you're like, oh my gosh, like, why am I having such a reaction to this person? Like, I'm so nervous around them, or I'm like tongue-tied around them or something. Or like I find myself running away or blushing, and you're just like, wow, I like just lose myself around this person. And it's because you have such strong chemistry, and there's a strong chemistry, and you guys are on a very similar vibration, and it's a really good match. And so it's just the energies are magnetic and pulling you guys together. So it's just interesting. What will this relationship be like? I love seeing this card. It says this person is very respectful. So they might appear when you first meet them, like I said, like they're not like that, or like they're just gonna be another person that breaks your heart, or maybe they're not attracted to me. But it turns out they're very respectful and they're kind, and there's no red flags about this person. So I think you need to pay attention to what is a red flag, and what is it when you are, okay, there's a difference between a red flag and not knowing your worth. Okay, a red flag is like when you know something is off and there's like some dark energy there, or there's that player vibe that's like, okay, I heard things about this person and like they said something inappropriate, or they're hanging with the wrong crowd. Those are red flags. There's going to be a vibe of a red flag when you first meet them, but it's just because you're worried, like, am I really going to be able to attract this person, or am I really good enough, or like to have someone I really feel like this about, you know? And the truth is, yes, like, respect yourself enough to know like you deserve to have that weak in the knees, head over heels type of love you're looking for. This person will inspire you to work hard. They're a hard worker, and that vibe is just contagious. So I think they help you stay on track with your goals. Sometimes you get in a relationship and you let your goals go because you're just in love, and like you fall in the love vortex, and like pretty soon you're calling off work and you're spending all your time with this person, and like your love life is going great, but your personal life is in shambles. Has that ever happened to any of you guys? This is actually someone that helps you slay your life, has good ideas, inspires you, motivates you to continue forward, doesn't distract you in like a way that's not good for you. Okay? Next, we see a long period of getting to know each other. So to kind of add some more intensity to this situation, like you guys might become friends first. Maybe it's like the timing's off, or there's some distance between you, or it's something that's drawn out for a while. So there's this anticipation. You guys are spending a long time getting to know each other. It seems to start off really friendly. Okay, but then there's a conversation one day where you guys just finally admit feelings to each other. And I get this word finally, like people around you or your friends or family will be like, oh my gosh, finally you guys get together. Finally you guys admit how you feel to each other. And so that does happen, and they're in love with you. You know, we see this true love card, so that's kind of how it's gonna get together. And I see a really great relationship. I see a lot of adventure together. I see you really helping this person open up more, their true feelings, and we see some security here, and we see a long distance I keep saying long distance. Maybe that's how it starts. Maybe not for everyone though, but we do see long-term committed relationship here. So this sounds exciting. I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support and for coming to my channel. I'm going to put my website up now if you're interested in checking out personal readings, if you have any questions or anything. And I want to thank you so much for supporting me by subscribing, by liking, by watching this video. And I hope you guys have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you live on the planet right now, wherever you're at. And I'll see you later. Peace out.